There's only 3 ways they can get the bag. They can get it for free when they purchase everything in the bag. They can get it when they purchase any 4 sets that are featured in the back of the beauty book. And they also can get it for free when they're a hostess. They need to have, for any of these gifts, they must have a minimum of $250 in sales or 201 guaranteed booking. And then they can have their choice of any one they want. As the sales go over, and when we coach really well with outside sales, the sales should go over 250. They should be about 400 or 500 or 600 for a really well-coached show. Especially when we ask people to invite women who have discretionary income, who can afford to buy what they want to buy, and who are not using Mary Kay currently, or who have a consultant. We always ask that question, do you have a consultant? Because if they do, and they're invited to the class, Lavinia, they can buy tonight, but they can't buy from you anymore. They need to stay with their consultant. That's just part of the golden rule in Mary Kay Cosmetics. Do unto others as you would like them to do unto you. So we always try to find out, do they have a consultant who is currently servicing them? So our job is to get them really excited, to show them what they can get for free. And then once they've chosen whatever gifts they want out of here, then they can get extra free products or limited edition items. So get them excited over what's in it for them. Mary Kay said every person has a little sign around their neck, and it says WIIFM, or radio station WIIFM. What's in it for me? Now, do any of us know anybody that doesn't want something for free? I learned in Mary Kay, if it's for free, it's for me. Do y'all agree with that? Okay, you've got a beautiful pin on tonight that your director gave you, right? That Sheila gave you.
Yes.
Yes. Is that free?
Yes, it was.
Absolutely. And anytime we can get something for free, we want it. Well, let's not kid ourselves. Our hostesses want everything that they can get for free too. So that's our job, is to let them know what's available and then help them to earn it or to win it. As we recruit people, our job is to help. Our consultants do the same thing. So our hostess packet is vital. Now, one of the most important things is getting the guest list. Picking up the phone 48 hours later and calling and saying, Lavinia, do you have your list of your guests that are coming? I'd like to go ahead and get those names and phone numbers so I can call and find out about their skin and what's most important to them that I cover on the night of your skincare class. Now, it's important that we say that because she's wondering, why do I need the names? And you as the consultant are going, oh my gosh, what do I say? So let me role play. I pick up the phone and let's pretend that Lavinia is on the other end of the telephone and I'm calling her to find out about her. There's another reason I want to talk to her, and that is because if she can't come at the last minute, I have a rapport with her, and now I feel comfortable calling her and re-inviting her for something else. So I call Lavinia and I say, hi Lavinia, this is Mary Sharon Howell, and I am the beauty consultant that's holding the skincare class next Tuesday night for Sheila Sampson. And I wanted to just tell you how excited I am to meet you on Tuesday. Now, do you have a minute right now?
Yes, sure, we can talk.
Great. It's important that we ask that question. I did fail to do it in the very beginning. So I get her on the phone and I ask her if she's ever tried. Lavinia, have you ever tried Mary Kay before?
Yes, I have.
You have. How long has it been?
About 3 years ago.
Wow. Okay. Do you currently have a consultant who's servicing you?
No, I don't.
You don't. Great. So if you haven't been introduced in 3 years, we have got a lot of new products to share with you, don't we?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too. Well, I'm excited. Well, let me ask you a couple of questions. One of the reasons I like to call and meet the guests over the phone before you come to the class, I want to find out all about your skin and what's important that I cover for you. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, have you ever tried Mary Kay products? And you answered that for me. Tell me what you're currently using of Mary Kay.
Well, I use a 3-in-1 soap cleanser.
Okay, the bar of soap?
The bar soap, yeah.
Okay, all right, great. Or the deep cleanser. Have you tried them both, the 3-in-1?
I've tried them both, but I prefer the soap.
You prefer the soap, okay, all right. Anything else?
That's all right.
That's all right now, okay. In the past, what was one of your favorite products from Mary Kay?
The moisturizer.
The moisturizer, okay, the age-fighting moisturizer.
Yes.
And I would guess you were on the one for combination to oily skin?
Yes, because that's the kind of skin.
That's the kind of skin you've got. Okay, great. I want to ask a question and tell me which one best pertains to your skin. I'm going to skip the first one because I know you're not dry just by what you've told me tonight, all right?
Right.
I would say it's pretty normal except for some oiliness on the forehead, the nose, and the chin.
That's it.
Or my skin is so oily that I need a powder touch-up to help control the shine.
Ah, on occasion I do leave the powder touch up to help control the sign.
Do you? Okay, would you say that's more during the summer or during the
Yes,
winter months?
definitely
More during the summer, okay. So I'm just gonna write that down. And then any other products you're using from other companies right now? A different type of cleanser, a mask, a freshener, a moisturizer, foundation?
Well, I use Avon moisturizer.
Okay, all right, great. And then your skin tone, would you say that it's beige or bronze or olive?
Bronze.
Bronze, okay. A light bronze or a dark bronze?
Dark.
Okay. And then another question I want to know, do you prefer a full coverage foundation, a medium foundation, or a sheer foundation? Sheer, okay. You will probably love then our moisturizer with foundation and sunscreen in it, or the dual foundation that's like a powder, but you can also wet it and make it a foundation. Okay. It is interesting, isn't it? I can hardly wait to get your opinion on it. What type of foundation have you used for Mary Kay in the past?
Oh, well, it's not Mary Kay foundation. I've used Fashion Fair in the past.
Okay, but never Mary Kay's foundation.
No, I haven't.
I can hardly wait to see what you think of ours. All right, I've got a couple other questions that I'm going to ask you, and what I want you to say is yes if they pertain to your skin or no if they don't, or to you. I would like a product that removes eye makeup gently.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, I would like something to reduce eye area puffiness.
Yes.
Okay, something to minimize the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles.
No.
Something to moisturize, firm, brighten, and minimize the fine lines and wrinkles around the delicate skin of the eye area.
I'm okay there too.
Okay? Something to create a more flawless, rested look.
Yes,
You like that? Okay, something to smooth dry lips during the winter?
Yes.
Okay. Improve the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles on and around the lip area and help extend lipstick wear.
yes, because it doesn't last very long.
Doesn't last long? Okay. Something that would help clear and prevent blemishes?
I don't have a problem with blemishes.
Good. Something to control your oil throughout the day. I bet there's a
I
yes
think
to
we've
that
already
one.
covered that one, yeah.
Okay, well there's a product called Oil Mattifier that absorbs the shine and keeps it down for about 6 hours. So I bet you'd be interested in that. Something that would even the skin tone, help reduce the visible dark spots, and reverse skin discoloration.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
all right. And then something to immediately improve the appearance and texture of my skin.
Yes.
Who wouldn't want that, right?
Really.
All right, now you answered most of the questions that pertain to our skin, but I want to ask you one more question, and I'm going to put it in 2 parts. Number 1, if I could do anything to help you change your skin, what would it be?
Oh, right at this point, I guess the puffiness around the eyes.
Okay.
At times, and then the overall appearance of my skin.
Okay.
Have it more smooth and more finished.
All right, so overall appearance. And then is there anything with makeup in particular that you want me to cover? How to put on eye makeup, how to select colors, the lipstick? What would be important to you in the color cosmetics?
How to select the right color.
How to select the right color for
that
you?
would be,
Okay. What I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to wear something that you absolutely love. It's one of your favorite colors, all right? And then we're going to do your makeup to go with it that night.
all right.
The last question I want to ask you, would you consider yourself a natural Nancy, a beautiful Barbara, or a glamorous Gloria, which means you're pretty dramatic with the way you wear your makeup. Natural Nancy, obviously, is just real simple.
Real simple. I don't really want to go into, I don't want to be obviously made up.
Okay.
Just little, you know.
All right, so a natural Nancy for you. Okay, great. I can't wait to see you next Tuesday at Sheila's skincare class and to meet you in person. You sound like such a fun lady.
I'm looking forward to it also. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
So that's how I would contact everybody that's coming to the class, have the profile filled out entirely before we get to the class. That'll save you 10 to 15 minutes when you get there. While you're setting up for your class, now you know what formulas and what products these guests are going to need. I take my little mirror and tray and I cheat. I write their name on the white tray so that the profile and the tray go together, and that way if I mess up and don't remember their names, as I'm going around working with them, I can remember the name because it's written right there. In the meantime, I have my hostess take the satin hands, and she shares the satin hands with everyone as they come in, and also maybe some fragrances that I put to the side. Because remember, when we talk about closing the sale, we always say the last thing you show is what sells. So I don't want to be showing any fragrances at the end of my presentation. I want all the focus to be on skincare, because I want them taking home that miracle set, or that ultimate miracle set, or the I Deserve It All Queen of Everything Cadillac collection. That's what I really want them taking home. So the extras are just there. All right, let's say the week goes by. It's on Monday. The class is tomorrow. I call Sheila and I verify again that everybody's coming, or I'll just leave her a message if I don't reach her. And now she says to me, Lavinia has sick children and she's not going to be able to come. So I'm going to remind Sheila that outside sales and outside bookings are going to help for the sales of her show and for the hostess gifts that she's going to receive. If she does not have an outside order from Lavinia, or even if she does, I'm going to call Lavinia after the skincare class, and I'm going to tell her how much she was missed. And the call goes something like this. Hi Lavinia, it's Mary Sharon with Mary Kay. I am so sorry that you were sick, or I am so sorry that the kids were sick, or that you had to work late, or that Mr. Wright finally came along and took you out, the one you've been dying to go out with. Whatever reason it was that she couldn't come, I'm going to call her and tell her I missed her. And then I'm going to say to her, you know, Lavinia, I just was dying to meet you because you sounded like such a fun, neat person. So I want to find out when's a good time for me to come and pamper you. Would the beginning of the week or the end of the week be better?
With my schedule, I think the end of the week would be better for me.
Okay, great. Would you prefer to do a Friday evening or a Saturday?
Friday evening.
Friday evening. Can we set it up for right after work?
I need a little time to wind down, maybe like an hour or so after work.
Okay, and what time do you get home?
I get home about 5 o'clock. So
About 5, so if I'm there by 6?
Yeah, by 6 o'clock.
Okay, great. And then if something comes up and you want to go out, guess what? You'll be made up.
Hey, that's a
Is
bonus
that good?
there, isn't it?
It sure is a bonus. So I'll go ahead and set us in. By the way, if you'd like to share that with a friend or two, it's so much more fun. So throw it out to a couple of the girls you work with or a couple neighbors and just invite them over. And I'll tell you what, if you have at least 2 guests plus yourself, I'll have a very, very special gift for you.
Oh, wow. All right.
Okay. Now, in all honesty, I'm not going to go into hostess credit with her unless she got real excited about having a party. It was just low-key. I took someone who didn't show up at the class. I booked them for a facial as a pampering session, and then I'm going to do that checkup facial on her and hopefully share it with a couple of her friends. When I get there, if she's got at least 2 people at the end of the class, I'm going to tell her she gets hostess credit, just like it was a booked skincare class. As a bonus tonight, Lavinia, because you do have 2 friends here, we're going to give you what's equivalent to hostess credit. You get 10% of what everybody buys. So you encourage them to stock up if they look hot, okay? All right. So now the next thing that's extremely important is at that class, the profile. Side 2 is so necessary. So I do not ask the questions to side 2 in the beginning, but I give them to them after they've tried satin hands, and while I'm selecting the foundation shades, I ask them to fill out number 1, and that's I'm interested in learning more about, and it talks about techniques for the cheek, the eye, and lip colors, fragrance and body care, velocity products, maybe they have a child or a teenager that has some problems with their skin or oily skin, the Mary Kay business opportunity, light bulb, light bulb, light bulb. Many times we fail to talk about the opportunity as much as we should because we're scared or we're not using our flip chart like we should be. We left it at home today, but all of a sudden you look on the back and there's a check next to the Mary Kay business opportunity. You need to make sure you had your recruiting packet with you so that you could give it to her directly to take home tonight. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, what's in that recruiting packet. Okay, then when we're finished with the facial, so that she fills this part out initially, then when we're taking off the microdermabrasion and they come back to sit at the table, only one person at a time can be at the sink. I'm going to say we're going to take a few minutes and we're going to play a little game. The person who can fill in the most names of women they believe would benefit from being pampered like you are being pampered tonight is going to win a prize. So the person with the most names and phone numbers. Here we have room for 5. You must have a minimum of 5 to win a prize, but you can also use everything on comments down here. So I want you to pull out your cell phone real quickly, and I want you to start flipping through your cell phone because you're going to jot down the name and the phone number. Now the reason you want them to do that during your skincare class is at the end of the class when they are buying the products, You want to be able to say, Lavinia, tell me, is there any reason why you couldn't share your checkup facial with a couple of your friends at your checkup facial? And you go, no. I take no to mean great. But no could also mean I don't know anybody. And when I go great, she goes, no, I don't want to share it with anybody. So then when I ask her why, do you mind if I ask why? I'll always soften it with, do you mind if I ask why? And Lavinia says back to me, well, I don't know who to invite. I don't know who would want to come. So then I say, oh, Lavinia, honey, you just won the prize tonight for having the most names and phone numbers. These were women you thought might like to be pampered. Wouldn't it make sense to invite them over at the same time and do a girls' night out?
Yes, it would.
Absolutely. So these are the people that you're going to invite. Okay, the same ones that you pulled out of your cell phone. And we've got some great Hostess gifts. Now, I also recommend you take a couple of the Hostess gifts and you set them in the middle of your table at the skincare class. Another fun thing to do is book to look. It's take a white envelope and write the words B-O-O-K, T-O-L-O-O-K. And in those two O's,